Our goal with the Wellbeing Centre is to be able to provide facilities or services to the elderly and handicapped residents of Greenway so that they can come to one central point and gain either information, help, advice for most things without having to travel to North Sydney or Neutral Bay, which for many of them it's almost an impossibility. I believe the major thing the assessment told us is it confirmed in most cases the benefit of what a wellbeing centre would be, one, to the residents of Greenway, but also to the social housing residents who live outside of Greenway, but in the same general geographical area.
I think the Wellbeing Centre should improve the quality of life of the people here. Essentially because they've got somebody they can talk to, somebody that cares, because people in public housing often have low self-image and they need support in that sort of sense to boost their own egos a bit, And I think if they're talking to somebody who's understanding, then that helps. Another thing that the people in Greenway have is this reclusiveness. Lots of people here just don't ever come to the community centre, don't ever come into the place, don't go to the barbecues. It doesn't matter what you organise, they won't go to that. And even if you send somebody to knock on their door, they won't let you in, they won't answer the door, or and we've got a few people even on my floor who you just don't see. They just are totally reclusive and don't want anything to do with anybody. And that's really sad because loneliness and depression and all that sort of thing are real issues here. And so they need that sort of help.
The residents need to feel that somebody cares for them. Residents need to feel that they're not away from the mainstream. They can come to a central point and they will receive service from a practice nurse or whatever the person may be, to be able to help them, to point them in the right direction, and in many cases probably allay worries that they have purely because they've been able to sit down and talk to somebody.
I think the Wellbeing Impact Statement really confirmed what a lot of us knew about what was going on in Greenway. Everybody has sort of taken this research on board and said, all right, well, this is the way things are. Whereas before, I suppose it was just hearsay. This time now there's documented evidence that these sort of things are issues that need to be addressed.
The impact statement has, like a spearhead, has enabled all the relevant people who do make decisions to reach a point of saying, yes, this is what we want. And this is what has happened and why we are now in a situation where our Wellbeing Centre will kick off, will start, I would suggest, within the next 2 weeks with some programs.